Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking another look here at Bitcoin just before the daily candlestick closes, and obviously just get an update for those who are in the East Coast or other countries, of course. And this is a nice morning for you, top of the morning, see if that is the case, or good evening. We're going to take a quick look at Bitcoin, see what's going on with some back-end data here first. We're going to open up with liquidation levels and kind of go from there. So let's just quickly refresh this and make sure we're on the right track. When we take a look at the current data, we can see the more recent liquidation levels in the last 7 days, they're starting to dissolve, right? So people are starting to get a little more careful about their shorts. They keep getting destroyed at about 63,000, and again here at about 64,000. We can see upwards of 68 to 70,000 with some low leverage short positions, okay? So again, that's basically where I'm at, or where I'm leaning towards taking a short here in the relative near future once we hopefully reject off of a key fib level. We'll talk about that next. And we take a look, of course, at the back-end data here. We can see anywhere upwards about 69,000 is just a heavy concentration liquidation. So price action is more likely to increase here, but once again, it's got to pull back at some point. While it can still continue, don't get me wrong, we're going to double check and see if there's any potential for a short right now. Okay, mostly looking at overextension, and again, just to clarify, this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. The likelihood of the price action breaking out is pretty high. If we can pull back, we don't have to pull back this low, but if we could pull back somewhere in the 58.5 upwards of about 61,000 range, fill that CME gap, will be perfect. That'll take us off to the next level there and be really good shape. So again, does trading work out that way perfectly? No, it'll probably continue higher and not look back. That's a strong and distinct probability at this point too. Because again, a lot of fundamental catalysts with the whole, President Trump, or I guess you could say former President Trump, potentially future President Trump, assassination attempt there over the weekend. So a lot of that stuff kind of shifted things into high gear here. Looking at the daily time frame, because we already looked at our weekly earlier. If you're curious about the weekly summary, go ahead and check that out down below. Also, congrats to our quick community members here for some awesome profits from Bitcoin. We shifted gears from a Bitcoin short of 60,000 to a long and secured solid profit. So congrats on that to make up some of those losses there. In future reference, I do post trade alerts now. These are awesome to be able to help kind of give you perspective on my specific anticipation of the coins and where I plan to get in or out. Okay, again, kind of like an unofficial signal. So take a look here at Bitcoin. We're above all moving averages minus we're testing the 50 and the 100-day SMA right now. Earlier today, when I analyzed this first, that was going to be a potential rejection area for us, which we're coming up on that now. So please understand, we're coming up to a resistance range here. What our 0.618 fib level is 64.9, basically 65,000. So solid chance we're going to see some rejection there. We're already kind of seeing it, but once more, it's too early to tell. We can see stochastic topping out here, getting close to its top. RSI continuing higher, and money flow index still quite low. This does tell us we have a lot more room for growth, and that this may not be the top, at least the initial top before the price pulls back to retrace. Take a look at the hourly, 4-hourly rather. We can see we're still above 70 on the RSI. As I mentioned previously, do not consider selling until that comes down. So if the price continues sideways, solid chance we might see it pull back. This is a consideration for those who are in longs right now. Keep your long position open. We're on our way to our third profit target, as a matter of fact, right now. In fact, it looks like the price action is starting to go kind of crazy again. So just be careful, again, taking shorts. Once more, I am leaning more towards a short based on the simple fact that we have this head and shoulders pattern. The resistance level at 0.618, that golden pocket's a common retracement level when the price travels into that range. So just some heads up and friendly advice. Be careful taking shorts in general, but I'm leaning more towards that because of the overall circumstances here. But it is a risky trade if you're going to consider that. So please recognize taking a short right now is very risky. If you're going to take one, make sure you use caution, tighter targets, and just make sure that you are being smart about it. Take a look at the Ichimoku cloud. We can see all green lights here to leave your long position open. So to those who are in profit right now, absolutely consider keeping those trades open there, and obviously adjust your stop loss higher as it continues higher. But at this point, it does look like we are going to hit that 65K mark, and it could very well continue past that point, folks. So again, please be careful. No matter what you end up trading right now, use your own risk tolerance and your own judgment. Make sure you're not just jumping blindly into a trade because it's overextended. At this point, though, with this massive overextension and this bullish type of breakout, I think it's pretty likely the price is going to go ahead and hit that 65K mark and potentially pull back from there. Again, I'm just leaning more towards that based on the overall sense here. I'm not telling you to short this coin. I'm just saying in general, it would be kind of a favorable place to consider getting in if you were to. just based on everything that's happening here. This is massive overextension. Take a look at TD sequential here. We hit a 9 on TD sequential. Right back here, got a little reset. We're up to our second 9. Generally speaking, it's rare to see a third 9 in a row. That implies we have 36 hours of continuation without retracement. And this is also taking into consideration only this. There was also a pretty solid amount of continuation upside there too. Again, these are just a lot of little reasons why the price action could end up pulling back. But we want to pay attention to these liquidation levels, folks. Again, 66,000 is another area, right around 67,000 as well. So there's a good handful of liquidation to the upside still that needs to be swept. So if the price doesn't pull back, those are probably the next targets here for us. Okay, I think 68K would be the next one if we can pass this 0.618 fib level. I think it's less likely though. Just again, throwing it out there, 0.618 fib is a very consistent resistance level when you initially test it. And we haven't tested it, I mean, since we've been in this range back in June, roughly a month ago. So just some food for thought. All right, folks, thanks again for watching. I hope that made sense. I described this correctly. Once more, make sure you take advantage of our exclusive benefits here over at our Discord. Strongly working hard to get that up to par with for you guys, with everybody. We got some AI bots. It's a lot of fun. Same thing here with our BitUnix exchange. Make sure you check them out. They're a phenomenal exchange. Excellent rewards. Use my link to register. No KYC or VPN. Obviously, make sure you check out our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord as well. But I really appreciate you. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you next one. Take care.